Hey everybody, welcome back to Precious Metals Mania. I'm Jason Gwynn.
And I'm Colby Parr.
We are super excited tonight, guys and gals. We have a special guest tonight. We want to welcome you back to the channel, and it's just been an amazing week for us, and we want to add some value to each and every one of you, the viewers that are subscribed to us and been checking out our page here lately. So I'll let Colby introduce our special guest this evening.
Yeah, first off, I just wanted to apologize. I missed the last video that you guys did. I had a family emergency that I had to attend to. But Jason and our guest Lucas in Canada they did a great job and threw out some amazing info for you guys. But yeah, we're super excited about this video today. We have a very special guest on for all you precious metal maniacs out there. He is an award-winning numismatist, and he's an author. He's graded over 10 million coins in his career. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Mr. Miles Standish. Welcome to the channel.
Hey, glad to be here, guys. Thank you.
Hey, Mr. Mike, how are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great. It's nice to be here.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Yeah, we're so glad to have you. Let's just start off by telling us a little bit about your background and how you got into the precious metal industry.
Well, actually, precious metals are something of interest of mine that I've been collecting since the late 70s, both in silver and gold. But, you know, I've been a numismatist and numismatic coin grader for over 35 years.
Wow.
My background is numismatic coins and the actual grading, encapsulation, and third-party authentication and grading industry for, like I said, over 35 years. But I have a deep passion for collecting gold and silver. You know, I've always maintained a certain percentage of ownership in gold and silver, and believe in the sound money approach to gold and silver and platinum.
Awesome.
Okay. You know, this channel is kind of geared towards people that are newer to precious metals and starting to collect, you know, their own collections and stuff. For someone new, what advice would you give them, I guess?
Well, if you're collecting, you know, sound money metals, you know, I always suggest, you know, buy what you like. You know, don't be driven by what people tell you to buy, but buy what you like. I personally, you know, I'm a proponent of buying metals as close to spot as possible. So I'm not a big fan of large premium items. You know, and we've seen that, of course, during this year, 2020, you know, where a lot of items earlier in the year had a much larger premium than they did today over their spot price. But, you know, I always suggest buy what you like. And my own personal thing is that I believe in buying, you know, low premium, closest to spot as possible items.
Yeah, we kind of, Jason and I kind of started off differently. I started off originally collecting junk silver, you know, 1964 and earlier, quarters, dimes, stuff like that.
That's exactly where I started.
Oh, okay. And Jason there started just, you know, collecting bullion and stuff. So yeah, that's great. Like, is there anything that they should look to maybe avoid when they're first starting off? Like, I guess you kind of mentioned that, like higher premium things. But
Yeah, I think when you're buying or stacking gold and silver or platinum, you know, like you'd mentioned, 90% silver coins before all coins 64 and before, you know, depending on the marketplace and the barometer of demand, you know, the premiums change. And I think what you need to do is you need to learn the trends of, you know, things that you know, bring higher premiums at certain times over others. You know, from 90%, let's just use silver as an example, 90% silver, silver eagles, which, you know, they have a certain price that the authorized sellers can sell those for, or excuse me, what they pay for them. And those premiums tend to change based on demand. Many times near the end of the year, some of those resellers go on allocation. So sometimes towards the end of the year, the premiums go up. So, but in January, a couple of weeks away, the premiums might go down because of the influx of the new coins for the new year. But I think that if you look at bars from 1 ounce bars, 10 ounce bars, 100 ounce bars, you know, I think you should learn the trends of what they sell for over spot and, you know, buy highly known names on those bars for assurance of authenticity and know who you're buying from.
Great point. Great point.
Yeah. With the challenging times that we've had in 2020 and the mints and the mines closing down, do you think, speaking of the Silver Eagles, do you think this might, you know, 2020 might be possibly a key date where the value of the Eagles might be more than usual?
Well, it's going to be kind of like the year 2000 or 2001. You know, in 2000 we had the Y2K concerns with everybody, and then of course 2001 we had the 9/11 attacks. You know, 2020 will never be forgotten.
Right.
I don't like to predict what the premiums will be on those items, but I think if you can take advantage of a couple of things. One, the bullion coins, you know, trying to find them at, you know, at reasonable premiums over spot. The V75, which was the first Privy Mark coin ever from the U.S. Mint in a silver eagle. That, you know, I think that that'll be a good buy over the next year. And it's obviously, of the 35 years that they've been making silver eagles, it's the only proof with a Privy Mark, which represents the ending of World War II.
Okay.
And the 75th anniversary of it.
Yeah.
Great information.
Yeah, awesome information. So a little bird kind of told us, or we heard from the grapevine, that next year they're going to be changing the design of the Silver Eagle, maybe mid-year or so. What are your thoughts, I guess, on the new design of the Eagle? Do you think, you know, they're going to be popular, or you like the design?
Well, that's not a little bird. That's a pterodactyl that told you that. The Mint, you know, the Mint has announced that by mid-year there'll be a new reverse design that'll come out. Maybe around July 4th, the first striking of the new Silver Eagles. I'm not, you know, the Mint's not sure on its schedule right now, but somewhere between June, July, in that area there, they're going to come out with the new design that's coming out, and it's going to be the first time that the back of the coin has ever been changed in 35 years.
Wow.
But, you know,
Wow.
starting out in 2021, we'll still have the original Adolph Wyman Walking Liberty $50 obverse, and
Right.
the front of the coin. To listeners to know that the obverse is, you know, is the front of the coin. The reverse, the back side of the coin, or what some people refer to as the tail side. You know, the first half of the year we'll have the design that was done by John Mercanti, who was chief engraver of the U.S. Mint. That coin, which has been going since 1986. You know, most people don't realize it, but the American Silver Eagle that started out in 1986 was to diminish a stockpile of silver by the U.S. government. It was 115 million ounces. And to give you an idea of the success of that program, they were going to deplete those reserves and create this collectible silver bullion coin from the U.S. Mint, but they've now made 600 million of them. And for 35 years, and that's both in proof and reverse proof and proof condition, and multiple different surfaces of strikes. The mint has made over 600 million ounces of silver eagles. So there's been an incredible tailwind of desire for the collecting and ownership of these coins. And remember, none of these coins have been lost at sea or spent or worn out. These are these are coins that are held in stackers' hands. I refer to it as, in one way or another, of ownership of silver. So the popularity with the change of the design on the reverse will not wane. I think it'll only get stronger going forward.
Awesome.
So would you, being that the old design is going to be, for the first 6 months or so, give or take of 2021, if they're going to be using the old design still, and then, switch over to the new design at some point. I mean, do you think that 2021 would be possibly a key date then that people should maybe invest in?
Well, you can buy them for silver. So, I don't think that there's any risk in just buying them purely on the basis you're buying, silver coins. I think on the collecting side, collecting both coins in special mintages that the mint puts out, either enhanced or reverse proof or proofs, are going to be very collectible for owning both of them.
Right. Yeah, I plan on having both for sure.
Yeah, and I don't give investment advice because I don't know what the future holds.
Right.
But the popularity, I can talk to you about that. I think the popularity, because it'll be the first time in 35 years, there'll be two different versions of the Silver Eagle. And I think the popularity will be the double play of collectible coins for 2021.
Double play. I like that. I love that. Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
I actually have a Silver Eagle. It's an emergency production Silver Eagle from San Francisco, I believe, and it says on their first day of issue. Could you maybe tell us what that means, and also is that the same thing as kind of like when it says first strike or early release? Can you kind of talk about if there's any differences in those?
Well, I can talk to you very much about early release and first strike. Okay. I created the first strike program back in 2004. At the same time, right around that same time, NGC, where I've worked the last 5 years, I worked my first 30 years at PCGS and the last 5 years at NGC. But the first day of issue is coins that were shipped from San Francisco on the first day and shipped directly to NGC, and to maintain their integrity as first day issues. The early release would be coins that would qualify, and we started certifying these coins in November that came out from the US Mint in San Francisco. They would qualify for early release from that day for the next 30 days. And it would be those coins that would be put in our hands at that point for that 30-day period.
Cool.
All right. Well, that's all the questions I had. I think Jason has a few questions he'd like to ask you. I'll pass it over to you, Jason.
Yeah, Miles, that was some great information. I took notes. Absolutely. Awesome information. I have just a few questions here. We know you've designed special coins, but what's your favorite coin you've helped design?
Well, I've only designed currently 2 different coins.
Okay. Okay.
So, the depth of my design work is just really getting started late in life.
Sure.
I've been a coin grader since the age of 19 years old.
Yeah.
Did did coin grading. I've been an author, I've been a television host, and now I'm entering into the design of coinage.
Yeah.
So it's just getting started. The popularity has been completely successful. I'm delighted that people like my thoughts that I turn into ideas and designs, and the response has been really fabulous. But that's the excitement of being able to enter into a new, the next phase of my career life and what I do.
Yep.
So it's pretty exciting.
Awesome. Yeah. I know one of the coins that you have, and I know Colby holds it, was the Donald Trump coin that you signed. I don't know if you designed it now, but
No,
you signed it.
I worked with the Mint for the design, but I'm not the designer.
Yeah.
That was planned out. And I'll tell you, the Trump coin was all planned out in April during the COVID period.
Yeah. Gotcha. Yep. That'll work.
I would like to. I actually got this yesterday, and pretty sure you'll recognize this one, Mile.
Ah, there you go. The white coin.
Yeah, that's the front of it. This is one of my favorite coins too that I own. So
well, you got Dolly Madison, who is was known for her historical efforts in saving much of the great artwork of the White House at the time when the British burnt down the White House. And that, and I'll tell you something about that. And I don't know if you saw anything. You may have seen the video that coin comes with, which is a great video produced by 7K. But those two coins, the 1 ounce and the 2 ounce coins, that all came from a White House tour in February 2019.
Wow.
And if you saw the 1 ounce coin, it's got the Marine One helicopter on the front lawn of the White House.
Yeah.
And at that same time, I was in the Oval Office, and that was POTUS returning from his trip to Vietnam with his first meeting with Kim Jong-un.
Wow.
And I have to tell you something. If you know what goosebumps are, if you can't get goosebumps when you hear the rattling of 3 helicopters coming in for a landing, one of them, they played kind of a shell game with Marine One, and one of them ends up landing. But when 3 of them are, above the White House on the front lawn landing, if you don't know what goosebumps are, you would never know what goosebumps are, because it was very startling.
I can understand that. Definitely awesome information, and I'm sure an awesome experience for yourself. Since you said you've only been just getting started in actually designing some coins, do you have any plans in the near future of designing and releasing any new coins?
Yeah, I can't discuss what the programs are, but I have a lot of things in the hopper that I want to do for 2021, and I think that I hope people that remember this conversation. I like to tell a story of true history in all of my designs, and I think that the things that I have planned that we're going to produce, I think they're going to tell great stories.
I believe that 100%. The short period of time that I've been following you and your wife and what you guys are doing, I can 100% believe that and take that into value. So I'm gonna ask for you to for the viewers to tell us about the books that you authored and how they can purchase them.
Right. I've written 2 books. they had a lot of thought in them.
Sure.
To give you an idea, as I mentioned, Silver Eagles have been struck since 1986 every year in multiple kinds of finishes, both uncirculated and proof finishes. But it wasn't until about 2010 where I decided that I was going to work alongside John Mercanti, and we co-authored the American Silver Eagle book, which, by the way, is the best-selling individual coin series book in all of numismatics. It is, as Whitman, the publisher, says, it's the runaway bestseller. And it's right now, it's been done in 3 different editions, and we're planning on releasing in 2021 with continued information of all the years, all the manufactured ways the Silver Eagles are made from every year from 1986 to 2021, and of course the new design too. That'll be in that book, and that hopefully will be out before summer in 2021.
Awesome. Yeah, man. I can't wait to get my hands on one of your books. I've been seeing them lately. I did skip over a question. I do want to touch on that, but I think me and Colby know the answer. But for the viewers that are watching, after all the years of seeing you handle millions of coins, what's your favorite coin and why?
Well, I'll tell you, I like coins. I just like coins, but I probably have had more interest, more conversations, more fun. It ties to my book, obviously, and one of my 2 books. And I've done 2 books, one on Silver Eagles, one on Morgan dollars. And Morgan dollars is where I started my collecting of actual coins based on their grading. But I have to tell you, I have a lifelong love affair with Silver Eagles, and the popularity. I just think that there's a global thirst of interest. It's magnificent that a single coin would have such popularity, and it's been around 35 years. But I'd have to say the American Silver Eagle.
I hear you 100%. Thanks for that. Thanks for the input. That's going to conclude our questions. We do want to absolutely plug and, put in the information about your charity and sponsorship for your wife's organization and y'all's organization for the viewers that want to donate. And of course, purchase your books. So we will put that information in the description of the video. Colby, you got anything else before we close out, buddy?
Well, I think it might be helpful if he kind of maybe talks a little bit about the charity, what they do exactly and stuff.
Okay, that'd be fine.
Are we videotaping right now?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the Standish Foundation for Children is totally separate from me. I don't participate in its efforts. I donate my book's profits to the foundation. But the foundation is entirely run by a board of directors. My wife is the executive director, but they're a group of individuals to make child care more friendly for the kids to experience. I always use the example, if you're a man or woman that doesn't like going to the dentist. Some people are scared to go to the dentist. I think that if we'd had a child life specialist, which is what my wife's career has been, she's a child life specialist, and they prepare children for just that experience of getting through that anxiety. Or maybe it's needle care, where they prepare a child to get a shot, where a lot of people have a problem with getting shots. But the Standish Foundation for Children does a lot of good for helping a child go through the hospital experience. If they're chronically ill, or they're getting a health checkup, or they're just, they're going through some experience of healthcare, to make it, a little less scary, a little bit more calm, and a lot less anxiety, and reduce the level of fear. And I always say that, they don't save lives, but they really help a lot of lives be a little happier. And the Standish Foundation has been around for 11 years. It's a 501(c)(3). Basically, there are no salaries. It's a lot of volunteers. It really is. And that's the one thing I stressed to my wife when she started the foundation is, make it so that the money goes to the efforts to whatever your mission is. And if the mission is to help kids, make the effort go to kids. And that's why I've continued to always donate the profits for all my book sales to the foundation.
Awesome.
That's amazing. Hats off to you for doing that, and like I say, that's awesome work for your wife putting in for the people all over, because we know it's just not here or there. It's international. So hats off to you and your wife on that endeavor. Colby, you got anything before we close out, buddy?
No, I just wanted, this has been awesome. It's been a joy to have you on the channel, and I just really, really appreciate you taking the time out to be on. So thank you very much.
I'm really grateful you both reached out. We'd never met before.
Yeah.
We engaged a little bit by technology communications, and you had somebody on that you wanted to ask some questions because you knew I might know some of the answers. And I really appreciate being on. I've had a lot of fun. And, I wish you well in the success of this medium to introduce the collecting of sound money, numismatic coins, certified coins, bullion. I think it's great.
All right. Thank you very much.
We appreciate your time so much, and we value it absolutely. And me and Colby want to wish you a happy holidays and upcoming new year. And we wish you and your wife a blessed year upcoming. So thanks for the time tonight, and thanks so much.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Merry Christmas to you and all your listeners, and a happiest of New Year.
Thank you, man. Take care. Talk soon.
Bye.